Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm in the center of Moscow on Lubyanka Square. Here you can see the 2019 Christmas decorations in front of the old KGB building here in the center. And today I'm going to walk through some of the main streets of Moscow into Red Square, and I'm going to tell you all about Christmas in Russia and the differences between Christmas in the West and the UK and Christmases here in Russia. As you can see, I'm really cold. The temperature feels like minus 17. It's actually minus 12. This is probably the coldest I've ever felt in my life. So I'm not going to be out here for long. I'm going to walk down the road. I'm going to walk to Red Square. I'm going to show you all the lights, and I'm going to tell you 8 differences between Russian and Western Christmas. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy my sacrifice. It's really cold. Enjoy the video. So the first real difference I'd like to point out is that Russians don't really care about Christmas. Unlike in Western Europe and the US, Russia sees Christmas as primarily a religious holiday, which doesn't have any secular traditions associated with it. State atheism in the Soviet Union moved all celebrations from Christmas to New Year, and this persists until today. And for the vast majority of Russians, it's just a day off that can be used at one's discretion. So most of the stuff I'll talk about in terms of Russia is actually more about New Year celebrations rather than Christmas. The second thing I'd like to mention is that Western churches celebrate Christmas on December the 25th, whereas in Russia it's on January the 7th. When the rest of the world changed its calendar, the Russian Orthodox Church refused to, and because of that, all Christian celebrations in the Russian Orthodox Church are a few days behind those in the West. Christmas is no exception. In the West, most countries give very few days off around Christmas and New Year. In Russia, the exact dates vary based on when the weekend is, but Russians can get up to 10 days off. This year, Russians will be off work until the 9th of January, which is a really great break from real life. The Christmas tree in Russia is actually called a New Year tree. While some people are content decorating it with modern ornaments, lots of other people prefer a more classical Soviet style. The star on the top of the tree is actually red in Russia instead of the Western golden Bethlehem star, or as some people prefer, an angel. Ded Moroz, or Grandfather Frost, is the Russian equivalent of Santa Claus, but there are some significant differences between Santa Claus Father Christmas and the Russian Ded Moroz. Ded Moroz actually has a granddaughter who goes around with him called Snegurочка, Snow Maiden. And what's strange is Ded Moroz actually lives in one village, Great Ostrog, and his granddaughter, Snegurочка, lives around 600 kilometers away in a different village, Kostroma. But on New Year's night, they go around Russia giving presents to all good little kids. The sixth thing I'd like to talk about is, well, it's a little bit difficult because every country in the world has its own traditions, so it's hard to talk about the West as a whole. And in this situation, I'd like to talk about food. In the UK, a Christmas meal normally includes turkey, roast potatoes, stuffing, pigs in blankets, Brussels sprouts, gravy, cranberry sauce, and a Yorkshire pudding. In the US, they are less strict about the meat because they eat turkey on Thanksgiving. In many European countries, families mainly eat duck. In Germany, the main dish is goose. Portugal, it's carp. So yeah, it's really hard to say what is Western, but it's actually really easy to say what's Russian. The most important dishes to have on a Russian New Year's Eve dinner table are salads, and 2 are called herring under fur and olivier. Herring under fur is a layered salad where the herring fillet layer is followed by boiled potatoes and green apples. It's weird as hell, but it's super popular. Olivier is a salad eaten throughout the year, but it's actually mandatory on New Year's Eve. And throughout the world, it's often known as Russian salad. It's a finely mixed, chopped bunch of different things, including boiled eggs, sausages, and marinated cucumbers, often, no, actually always seasoned with mayonnaise sauce. Other things you might find include tangerines or mandarin oranges, which are also popular in North America at this time of year. Caviar on the New Year table is a symbol of wealth and brings Russians hope that the next year will be a year of abundance, so that's often there. You'll also often find pickled cucumbers, mainly for an accompaniment with vodka. Another side salad often found is a beetroot salad known as vinaigrette, which is from France. Something else you might find is halajets. Halajets is jellied meat, otherwise known as aspic in English. I personally think it's disgusting, but it's really popular here. And basically, it's meat set into jellied fat and is often eaten with mustard. These foods are, of course, accompanied with a drink, in most cases champagne, which is almost compulsorily served to be drunk at midnight when the clock strikes 12. The seventh difference between Western and Russian Christmas is what exactly happens at New Year, and I just referred to it in the previous one. In the West, it's very, very common at New Year you find someone close to you, or you picked someone before to make sure you stand next to them at midnight and you give them a kiss. In Russia, that's not really a thing. People crack open a bottle of champagne and enjoy a glass. So yeah, the kissing is definitely a Western thing. And the final difference between Russia and the West is Christmas movies. And well, in the UK and the USA, people tend to watch movies from a broad selection of classics. Gremlins, The Grinch, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Elf, Love Actually, Home Alone, Die Hard, etc. In Russia, there's also a bunch of movies which are incredibly popular, such as The Carnival Night, Moroskwa, and Magicians. However, there's one Christmas movie which stands out above them all, and that's called The Irony of Fate. The Irony of Fate is almost compulsory watching on New Year's Eve. The film is widely regarded as a classic piece of Russian popular culture and is traditionally broadcast in Russia and almost all former Soviet republics every New Year's Eve. The popularity of this movie is similar to It's a Wonderful Life in the USA. The compulsory nature of this film is shown in a common joke in Russia, and I'll tell you this joke in Russian with English subtitles. The joke goes: Тебе сколько лет? Не знаю. А сколько раз ты смотрел фильм «Ирония судьбы»? Ну, раз 20. Значит, тебе 20 лет. Okay guys, I hope you found that funny. Thanks for watching this video. If you did like it, please like, please comment, and most importantly, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, and goodbye.